Hi, welcome to STEM Stories with Mr. Ewing. This is video 6, or segment 6, in our work and learning and understanding of a magical unicorn year. And one of the most important pieces of scholars' learning is collaborative dialogue, talking with each other and not at each other. And that's a skill that we have to scaffold and teach. And it is especially hard during this time of virtual learning because our students aren't together. Even if they are in a classroom right now, they still have to social distance with each other. And why not embrace a world that they're actually used to talking with each other? And that actually is a virtual world. Even though our scholars do hang out together and socialize, they actually spend a lot of time with devices talking with each other. It's something that my generation, or at least me, has a hard time wrapping my head around because I feel like discourse and conversation should happen in person. But this generation has actually been surrounded with devices and has embraced this sense probably the minute they've been able to get onto a device and communicate with each other. So what does that look like in a virtual world? We need to make sure that we're providing opportunities for our students to talk with each other, but we also have to teach it. They can't just jump online and start talking over each other, and there has to be a protocol that is actually taught. So this is something that we jumped into this spring, but we need to do a better job with this fall. And it has to be taught. We had to learn how to do it in Zoom meetings, and some adults still aren't very good at it. But we need to make sure that our scholars have an opportunity to engage in conversations, but engage in a really good way. And if we don't actually scaffold it, this is what can happen. And we all know that we've gotten an email at a certain time of the day and we've read it the wrong way and we interpreted it the wrong way. And if we're chatting, that can happen. And even in a virtual world, someone can say something, but they actually meant something else. So we need to actually have ways and teach our students ways of asking for clarification, supporting, understanding, because we want our discourse to look more like this. We want kids to actually be engaged and happy. Now, one of the tools that I love to use is Flipgrid. And what I have found is students in the privacy or at their own residence have an opportunity to voice their opinion and actually elevate their voice. Or in the classroom, they might be afraid to do so. And this actually makes it a safe environment. And I really love it because multiple perspectives can be brought to one question. Now, here's the challenge, is then creating a community where students can then start to have conversations or comment on other scholars' work. And I think by creating sentence stems and guiding them and modeling it for students, you can actually create this amazing virtual world of discourse and not lose the component of that from your classroom. And it really does elevate the learning experience. So I want you to step outside your comfort zone on understanding what it looks like to have discourse in your classroom and look at creating it in a virtual world. And I love Flipgrid. I can't speak highly enough about it. And if it's something you haven't checked out, try it. And if you haven't used it to actually create discourse within your own classroom, look at how that looks. Use those same sentence stems that you use within your own classroom to start discourse and build it into what we're doing in a virtual world. Let me know how it works out for you, and if you come up with any cool ideas, share them.